The Simpsons Movie is a 2007 American animated comedy film based on the parental, now teen-rated long-running animated squash and stretch sitcom TV series from the late 80s, now early 90s featured the same name. The film was directed by the show's supervising director David Silverman and stars the show's regular cast of Dan Castellaneta, Julie Kavner, Nancy Cartwright, Yeardley Smith, Hank Azaria, Harry Shearer, Tress MacNeille, Pamela Hayden, Karl Wiedergott, Marcia Wallace, Maggie Roswell, Russi Taylor, Joe Mantegna, and Albert Brooks. The film follows Homer Simpson, who irresponsibly pollutes the lake in Springfield, causing the Environmental Protection Agency to imprison the town under a giant glass dome. After he and his family escape, they ultimately abandon Homer for his selfishness and return to Springfield to prevent the town's demolition by Russ Cargill, head of the EPA. Homer works to redeem his folly by returning to Springfield himself in an effort to save it.
Although the previous attempts to create a Simpsons film had already been made, they failed miserably due to the lack of lengthy script. Eventually in 2001, producers James L. Brooks, Matthew Groening, Al Jean, Marcia L. Scully and Richard Sakai began development of the film, and a writing team consisting of Brooks, Groening, Jean, Scully, Ian Maxtone Graham, George Meyer, David Merkin, Mike Rice, Matt Selman, John Swartzwelder and John Vitti was assembled. They conceived numerous plot ideas, with Matt Groening's being the one adapted. The script was rewritten over 100 times, also continuing after work on the animation began in 2006. Consequently, hours of finished material was cut from the final release, including cameo roles from Erin Brockovich, Minnie Driver, Isla Fisher, Edward Norton, and Alan Kelsey Grammer, who would have reprised his role as Sideshow Bob. Tom Hanks and the members of Green Day voiced their own animated counterparts in the final cut of the film, while Albert Brooks, a frequent guest performer on the series, provides the voice of its main antagonist, Russ Cargill.
Tie-in promotions were made with several companies to promote the film's release, including Burger King and 7-Eleven, the latter of which transformed selected stores into Quickie Marts. The film premiered in Springfield, Vermont/Springfield, Illinois, USA, since Saturday, July 21, 2007, and was released theatrically 6 days later on Friday, July 27 by 20th Century Fox Pictures Presentation and News Corporation Company, all across the United States of America. The Simpsons Movie received positive reviews and grossed $536,400,000 worldwide, became the 8th highest grossing film of 2007, the second highest grossing traditionally animated film, behind Walt Disney Animation Studios' The Lion King, and the highest ever grossing film based on an animated television series. The film received praise for its humor, emotional weight, and callbacks to early seasons. The film was nominated for numerous awards, including a Golden Globe Award for Best Animated Feature Film at the 65th Golden Globe Awards.
One summer in Lake Springfield, Green Day, USA, after finishing a concert, trying to engage the audience in a discussion about the environment, and luring the audience into throwing garbage at them, causing the pollution in the lake to erode and sink the band's barge, drowning them. During their memorial at Reverend Lovejoy's church, Grandpa Simpson has a spiritual experience and frantically prophesies that a disaster will befall Springfield, but only Marge takes it seriously. Concerned about the terrible state of the environment, Lisa and her new love interest, Colin, hold a seminar, where they successfully convince Mayor Quimby to tell the town to clean up the lake. Meanwhile, after a series of dares, including one with Bart skateboarding across Springfield naked and getting in trouble with Chief Wiggum, Homer and Bart go to Krusty Burger, where Homer adopts a pig that Krusty the Clown was about to have killed. Marge, identifying the pig as a part of Grandpa's prophecy, warns Homer to get rid of it, but Homer refuses. Homer's funny over the pig makes Bart, now fed up with his father's carelessness, look to their neighbor, Ned Flanders, as a father figure.
Homer stores the pig's feces in an overflowing silo, disgusting Marge. Homer attempts to dispose of it safely at Marge's request, but his friend Lenny calls him to inform him about Lord Lad Donuts giving away all their donuts for free due to failing a health inspection. In a rush to get to the giveaway, Homer dumps the silo in the lake, critically polluting it. Moments later, a squirrel stumbles into it and becomes severely mutated. While bonding on a hike, Bart and Flanders notice the squirrel, which the EPA capture. Russ Cargill, head of the EPA, informs President Arnold Schwarzenegger on Springfield's pollution crisis and presents 5 solutions. Without reading them, the president randomly picks the third solution, imprisoning Springfield under a giant glass dome. When Homer's silo is discovered, the townspeople, including Grandpa, the school staff, the Simpsons' friends and neighbors, except for the Flanders and Colin, form an angry mob, ransack their house and attempt to lynch them. The family escapes through a sinkhole that Homer hid using Maggie's sandbox, which destroys the house soon after. The family flees to Alaska using a truck that Lisa helps Homer win at a contest, where they try to restart their lives.
Within 93 days, Springfield completely exhausts its daily supplies and the townspeople go crazy, as they attempt to escape from the dome using brute force to destroy it, causing cracks to form. Cargill, not wanting news of what he has done to spread around the world, plots to destroy Springfield by tricking the president into choosing a solution that involves its demolition. The Simpsons see a television advertisement for a new Grand Canyon in the site of Springfield. Realizing that their hometown is in danger, the family decide to save it except for Homer, who refuses to help the people who tried to kill them. The family soon abandons Homer for his selfishness, with Marge leaving behind a recorded video about it, causing him to run off in search of them. The family are captured by the EPA and placed back inside the dome. After an encounter with a mysterious Inuit shaman who saves him from a polar bear, Homer has an epiphany about saving the town in order to save himself.
Homer returns home and learns about his family's capture, as a helicopter lowers a time bomb suspended by rope through a hole at the top of the dome. Homer enters the dome and descends the rope, knocking the escaping townspeople and the bomb off, inadvertently shortening its countdown, much to the townspeople's anger. After reuniting and reconciling with Bart, they use a motorcycle to travel up the side of the dome and throw the bomb through the hole seconds before it detonates, shattering the dome and freeing the town. Homer and Bart land safely at Springfield Gorge, where a shotgun-wielding Cargill confronts them and attempts to shoot them for foiling his plan. But before he can do so, Maggie knocks him out by dropping a large rock on his head. The townspeople praise and forgive Homer, who reconciles with Marge, as Springfield begins restoration, in the exclusive slightly alternate ending, released on home media and Walt Disney+. The pig and other Springfield animals are shown rebuilding a doghouse for Santa's little helper.
If every episode of The Simpsons is a celebration, which we try to make it, then the movie is like a big celebration. It's a way of honoring the animators, allowing them to really strut their stuff and really go as far as they can with the art of the handwritten gesture. It's a way of honoring the writers, because we were able to get the best all-star writers of The Simpsons and write our hearts out, and it's a way of honoring all the great actors.
If you have any thoughts about watching the animated film, based on the original animated television series, let us know in the comments, favorites, messages, followers, and subscribe.
This concludes our video, and we'll see you again on August 2022.